Your reactor is inefficient, slow to meet the fluctuating energy demands of your submarine, and consumes your fuel rods far too quickly. So let's improve that. For this design, you are going to need the following: 2 divide components, 1 multiply component, 2 memory components, and 8 wires. First off, let's focus on controlling the turbine to effectively manage the power. Put down 1 divide component and 1 memory component. Take the reactor load out and connect it to the divide component signal input in 1. Then run a wire from the memory signal out to the divide component signal in 2. Then we need to set the memory component to the correct base value of the reactor's starting output. This is different for every ship. You can find out your vanilla submarine's output from the wiki, links in the video description. Once you have this, you will need to take the value and divide it by 100. In the case of the Orca, which is what I'm using here, the base value is 3500, which when you divide by 100 gives you a memory component value of 35. A quick note here, you may need to come back and adjust this value as you progress through a campaign. This is because you're able to increase the reactor's output by 9% with station bought upgrades, and a further 10% with an engineer who has the talent Buzzin. Moving back to the divide component, you will need to set the min and max clamp values, minimum to 0 and maximum to 100. Finally, for this section, hook that divide output into the reactor's set turbine output. Your reactor will now react much faster to the changes in power loads. So let's hook up those remaining components and focus on efficiency. Put down the remaining memory, divide, and multiply components. Set the memory component output value to 75. Connect its output to the new divide component's input signal 1. And whilst you're here, remember to set that min and max clamp values to 0 and 100 like before. Then connect the reactor's fuel out signal to the new divide component's signal in 2. Next, connect the output of this divide component into the signal input 1 of the multiply component. Next, we're going to take the output of the first divide component we set up before and run this into the multiply input signal 2. And last but not least, connect the output of the multiply component to the set fission rate of the reactor. Here's a diagram of that whole setup. Feel free to pause at this stage. At this point, you can turn off the automatic controller, load up 4 fresh fuel rods, sit back and relax with a nice cup of tea from your favorite merch store, ironicanddead.com, and be proud that your submarine is now running much more efficiently than before. Or you can go the extra mile and build in an automatic shutdown feature. Have you ever had trolls or experienced players blow up your reactor? Well, no more with this simple additional component and wire. The humble smoke detector will help us here. Get one and place it down next to your reactor. The default should be that the signal true is set to 1 and the false output to 0. It's best to remove the 0 and set it to nothing. Then connect its output to the reactor's shutdown signal. And voila, next time a fire is detected, the reactor will shut itself down. Although, make sure to hide this one well so you don't get people tampering with it. Let me know what reactor tips and tricks you have in the comments below, and until next time, peace. A huge thank you to all the supporters on YouTube, Patreon, Discord, and direct from my merch store. I couldn't do any of this without you, so thank you.
Na, na, na.